Marcus Aurelius governed an empire with words, edicts, letters, commands. Yet in his private meditations, he returned again and again to the question of what lies beneath all speech. What happens when two people have exhausted every word available to them? I have sat across from generals whose campaigns have shaken the earth, and from grieving fathers whose worlds have collapsed inward like dying stars, and I have learned this. There arrives a threshold in every true encounter, where words, however carefully chosen, become a kind of noise, a distraction from the thing itself that two souls are trying wordlessly to hand to one another. He does not offer comfort here, only honesty. The silence between people is not a failure. It is an arrival. Do not mistake the silence that follows the failure of language for emptiness. It is rather the moment the scaffolding falls away and what was being built between you stands exposed, raw, imperfect, and more honest than any sentence you might have constructed to clothe it. And here the arc turns. Aurelius moves from observation to revelation, from what silence is to what it demands of us. When a man can no longer speak and you can no longer speak, and yet you remain seated, breathing, present, you have ceased to perform your humanity and have simply become it. This, I think, is what the philosophers were always gesturing toward, and what no philosophy could ever quite say. This is where the meditations always end, not in grand abstraction, but in the intimate and the irreducible. The resolution is not a conclusion. It is a return to what was always already present. What is left between men when language fails them is precisely what was always there before language arrived. The bare fact of another consciousness awake inside its own darkness, reaching not with words, which are borrowed things, but with the oldest instrument we possess, which is simply the willingness to stay.